Welcome to Math with Mrs. Cox. We're going to discuss the standardized test practice for lesson chapter 8. Let's begin. Okay, number 1. Chris has a total of 24 stickers in her collection. She has an equal number of stickers on all 8 pages of her sticker album. How many stickers are on each page? Well, you go 8 into 24. And whatever your answer is, I'm pretty sure you're going to see that on your answer key. Yes, it really is that easy, I promise. Number 2, a little more difficult. Mr. Anderson asks Keith to help pass out papers. There are 420 papers to be passed out to 28 students. If each student receives the same number of papers, how many papers does each student receive? You have 28 into 420. Now, there's a couple of different strategies you can use. You have, obviously, 4 answers on your paper that you could just take a number like 13 times 28 and do a guess and check and see if you get close to 420. Or you can estimate and say, this is really close to 30, and this is really close to, let's see, about 45, because I know 15 times 3, if I know 15 times 3 is 45, and I just add a 0. So I know that's really close. So there's a couple of different options you can do there. So I'll let you go ahead and experiment if you want to do the guess and check, or if you want to do the estimating to figure out the answer for that one. Number 3, while traveling on vacation, Isabella noticed that the price for unleaded gasoline is this price, and the price for diesel is this much. How much more is the price of diesel than unleaded? So this sounds like a subtraction problem, and diesel is more. So we're going to put that one on the top. Of course, in subtraction, the biggest number usually goes on top. And when you do subtracting decimals, you absolutely have to line up the decimals. Okay, see if you can find the answer that way. Okay, this table shows prices for different lunch items. We need the cost of a sandwich, a fruit cup, and juice. Sandwich, fruit cup, and juice. So go ahead over here and add them together. Make sure you line up the decimals. Okay, line those up and add up your total cost. During the week, Malaya has piano practice for 3/4 of an hour, soccer practice for 7/8, and ballet for a half, and painting for a 1/4. Which of these activities does she spend the most time doing during the week? We can kind of look at it and see there's a couple that are a little bit bigger than the others. So I would say it's a toss-up between piano and soccer. But you can also do equivalent fractions to find out for sure. So I'm going to do 3/4, 7/8, 1/2, and 1/4. When you do equivalent fractions, you find the denominator, which is that bottom number, and find something they all get into. And I'm looking, and they're all even, and they're all multiples of 8. So I'm going to put an 8 in all of them. That's going to be my common denominator. Now I have to make it the top part equivalent. So 4 will go into 8 twice. So whatever I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top. 2 will go into 8 4 times. 8 will go into 8, once. So it's just going to be a little 7 right there. 4 will go into 8 twice, so I have to times 3 times 2, and that's 6. Now you can look and see which of these is bigger, 6/8, 7/8, 4/8, or 2/8. Okay, this one looks like it's pretty big, but this one is still the biggest. So you figure out which one of those activities took 7/8 of the time, and that is the activity they spend the most time during the week. Okay, Floyd is preparing a fruit salad. The recipe calls for 4 cups. That is the total number of cups in the salad. So that is your denominator. 2, this is what it looks like, of those cups of fruit are melon. What fraction of the fruit is melon? Well, 2 out of the 4 is melon, so you have 2/4, but that can simplify down to a smaller number. See if you can figure that out. Okay, I gotta do markup real fast. Marion has 15 oatmeal cookies and 20 peanut butter cookies. If Miriam gives each friend an equal number of cookies, equal number of each type of cookie, what is the greatest number of friends with whom he can share his cookies? Okay, so this is where you're going to skip count, least common multiple. You are trying to figure out which one of these. Oh, no, not skip count. I always mess up this one. Okay, take 2. Marion has 15 oatmeal cookies and 20 peanut butter cookies. If Marion gives each friend an equal number of cookies of each type, what is the greatest number of friends with whom he can share his cookies? This is a little tricky because it says greatest. It is not GCF. It is LCM. No. Take 3. I keep messing this up. Okay. Take 3. Marion has 15 oatmeal cookies and 20 peanut butter cookies. If Marion gives each friend an equal number of each type of cookie, what is the greatest number of friends greatest number of friends with whom he can share his cookies? Greatest kind of gives us a clue where we do the factors. So I know 1 and 15. 2 won't go into it, but 3 and 5 will. 4, no, 5, 6, no. Okay, 20. 1 and 20. 2 will go into it. 2 and 10. Then I have 3, no, 4 and 5. Will 6 go into it? Nope, that's my total number of factors for greatest common factor. What is the biggest number both of those numbers share? And that is the amount of friends that will get both types of cookies. Number 8, the A-line bus arrives at the bus stops. A-line bus arrives every 20 minutes. And the B-line bus arrives every 15. When will they both be at the same stop? Okay, this is going to be least common multiples, so you're skip counting. So 20. You go 20, 40, 60. 15, you go ahead and skip count. So 15, 30, 45, and you keep skip counting until you see a number that they both share. And that's when both buses will be in the bus stop at the same time. Oh, the ever elusive hot dog one. Okay, hot dogs are sold in packages of 10. Hot dogs, packages of 10. And buns are sold in packages of 8. Elijah's having a party and what is serving hot dogs with buns? What is the least number of hot dogs Elijah can make without having any buns or hot dogs left over? Okay, this is where you skip count. So 10, 20, 30, 40. Now you skip count. We have 8, 16, and you keep on going until you find a number that's similar to the hot dogs, and that's how many hot dogs you're going to need to have and have equal number of buns. Faith and Greg are sharing a pizza. Faith ate 7/10 of pizza and Greg ate 3/5. Write 7/10 as a decimal. Oh, but we didn't even need to know what Greg ate because we just need to write that number as a decimal. So make sure you look on your little chart on your desk, and that'll tell you how to write 7/10 as a decimal. Number 11. I keep getting a lot of kids that are confused with this. Taylor rode her bike for a longer distance each day while training. Here is her record for the number of miles she rode. We need to find out how much she increased from Monday to Tuesday. To find that, we take Tuesday's number, which is 7.6, and subtract Monday from it. 1.3. Interesting. Let's take Wednesday's number, which is 8.9, and subtract Tuesday's number of 7.6 from it to see if the pattern holds. 9 minus 6 is 3. 8 minus 7 is 1. Ah, it is, so 1.3. So if the pattern holds, we need to find out what the answer will be for Thursday. So we take this number plus this number, and that will give us the answer for Thursday. Number 12, Michael is building a birdhouse. He needs a piece of wood that is 28/50ths of a foot in length. What is 28/50ths written as a decimal? Can you convert that to 1/10th, 1/100th, or 1/1000th? You're right. It would convert easier to 1/100th. So how many 50s are in a 100? So then you need to, whatever you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. So do 28 times 2, then convert that to a decimal using your chart on your desk. Thank you for your time. Hand your corrected test back to the aide or I, and thank you for correcting your work.